be a part of it.
Basketball legend Magic Johnson is one of the NBA's greatest stars, whose on-the-court talent and off-the-court charisma helped bring new fans to the NBA in the 1980s as one of its first true celebrity superstars. The league is now calling on the five-time NBA champion again, this time as an ambassador for the NBA's 75th anniversary season.
I guess I've been an ambassador unofficially.
Certainly globally.
For 40-something years anyway. So it's nice to have this title and to celebrate 75 years. This will be one of the most exciting seasons, not just because it's 75 years, but because so many teams really have a legitimate chance to win. Everybody gets to see what the NBA is really about, which is beautiful, beautiful basketball. I mean, awesome.
The defending champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, will officially open the season, a marquee matchup against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. But hanging over the season opener, the absence of Nets superstar Kyrie Irving, who's refusing to get vaccinated, which bars him from playing home games under New York's COVID restrictions. As a result, Nets management required Irving to sit out until he gets the shot. NBA Commissioner Adam Sliver said Monday that while the league itself has no vaccine mandate, it will respect local restrictions.
I hope that Kyrie sort of, despite how strongly he feels about the vaccination, ultimately decides to get vaccinated, because I'd love to see him play basketball this season.
Sliver says 96% of the league is vaccinated, but he wants every single player to get the shot. And so does Magic Johnson.
Do you think every player should come out and say, I will get the vaccine, I'm vaccinated, and so should you?
Oh, for sure. You know, that's why I got my 2 shots and made sure I put it out on social media. I wanted, especially my community, to know that, first of all, it's safe. And the players, again, people listen to them. They follow them. That's very important. Plus, the last thing is this. You have said to your teammates, I'm going to be there for you. Well, you can't be there if you don't get vaccinated.
Let's welcome in the man himself, Earvin Magic Johnson. Magic, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Craig. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. And by the way, I'd like to point out that only Magic Johnson would go full suit and tie at 5:30 in the morning from California for us. So you look fantastic. So, Magic, last night, I know you were watching in real time like the rest of us. Looking back on that hog in the tunnel between the 2 locker rooms back in '91, and Mike is crying, and you're probably crying. In that embrace, did you know that the torch was being passed?
Oh, for sure, Craig. You know, we knew that was probably going to be our last run at trying to win a championship, and we knew that the Bulls, that was the start of their really dynasty, you know, because in '91 when they beat us, they dominated the '90s just like the Lakers. We dominated Showtime Lakers. We dominated the '80s. So I remember, you know, on the Dream Team bus, and he said to Larry and I, hey, if a new sheriff in town, that's me and the Bulls. So we had to start laughing and said, Michael, you're right. You are the new king, and good luck. And man, he did not disappoint either.
You mentioned the Dream Team. That apparently is going to be part of the focus of the next episode. That '92 team, arguably the best sports team ever assembled, regardless of sports. You and Larry and Michael Jordan and David Robinson and Barkley and all these guys. Before that, you hadn't played with Mike. When you played with him in '92, how did that change your view of Michael Jordan?
Well, it started really our friendship, and we really started, we played cards every night together. We worked out in terms of when we had practice. I shot with him, whether it was jump shots or free throws, and it really brought us closer together as friends. And then, Craig, you know, when you can have Michael Jordan on your right-hand side, man, on the fast break, I could throw it anywhere. He was going to go get it and dunk it, man. The highlight reel that he provided, all those moves that he did on the Dream Team was unbelievable. And he's the first athlete I've ever seen the opponent. Now, The opponent started crying when Michael Jordan fouled him. He started crying. I can't believe it. Michael fouled him. Oh, my God. Right in the middle of the game. It was crazy. That's how the impact of the Dream Team was unbelievable.
Magic, one of the things that struck me about last night's episode, and I'm sure it struck you too, they're showing Jordan this video of Isaiah Thomas talking about the 91 finals and explaining why that Pistons team didn't shake like Michael's hand. And 30 years later, Michael Jordan is still visibly angry about this handshake.
It's always going to happen like that, you know. They hate the Pistons.
Still.
I mean, still today, that was a bitter rivalry with Michael and his Bulls and Isaiah and his Pistons. And, you know, first of all, you got to give the Pistons credit because they learned from the Celtics, right? You have to learn how to win a championship before you can actually win one. And so the Bulls kept trying to go through the Pistons, and Isaiah and them denied them 3 or 4 times. But it made the Bulls the championship team that they were, right? And so because the Pistons were so physical, and they took a lot of cheap shots too. So I can understand why Michael was so upset, because even when we played against them twice, the Showtime Lakers against the Pistons in the finals, and, you know, they took a lot of cheap shots, but that's how they played. They were a rough, tough team, one of the best defensive teams that's ever played. But Michael, that was a bitter rivalry for both those teams, and even today, they still hate each other. But the great thing is, I think the Pistons made Michael Jordan be the GOAT, right? He went to look, and last night we saw him say, hey, I got to get stronger. So he started lifting weights.
That's right.
And so that's the reason why he became the GOAT, is because he had to go through the Pistons, beat them. But at the end of the day, we all have bitter rivals. We still hate the Celtics. I mean, the Lakers. So that's how it goes. You know, you're gonna hate your rivals. But I'm friends with Larry instead of Isaiah and Michael. They're not friends, but I'm friends with Larry.
Hey, Magic, before I let you go really quickly, I mean, you're part owner of 3 different sports franchises. A lot of folks in this country right now realizing just how much we need sports in our lives. How do we get back to professional sports in this country? What does that look like?
I think it looks like, in the beginning, no fans, because you got to keep the players safe. And then first you got to test all the players as well as those who work within those teams, the staff, the members of the team. And then I think it's going to start without fans in the beginning. But I think all of us will take that, because if we're at home and we get to see sports, that's all we want in the beginning. We just need something to make us feel good and to give us some hope, and we can laugh or cheer for our team and yell at the TV screen. We need that right now. And I just want to say God bless the whole country, and then our first responders and everybody who risking their lives for all of us, and all of these people who work at these grocery stores so we can keep eating. And man, this is just a hard thing for all of us, but we need sports to come back, and I hope that happens soon.
Magic Johnson, always good to see you, sir. Thank you for
Craig.
the time. I love the cookie. Take care of yourself.
All right, take care.
What a great guy, by the way.